Hi YouTube, I'm Tandy, the Pioneer Guy. I've recently made a Patreon where you can help me make content full-time. That Patreon link's going to be in the description below. If you like the video here on YouTube, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button at the end. Thanks for watching. Hi YouTube, Tandy here, and today we're going to be playing some Hardened Scales. This deck is built around this 1-mana enchantment called Hardened Scales, which whenever you put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control, you may instead put one additional counter on that creature. So our deck is going to be full of ways to generate counters. We have this plus a number of other things that can double our counters or just add an extra counter like Winding Constrictor. And we're using this not only with +1/+1 counters, but also with energy counters. Attune with Aether allows us to generate some energy. This is an extra resource that we use to fuel things like Longtusk Cub, a creature that uses both energy counters and +1/+1 counters. We use Glint-Sleeve Siphoner as a way to generate card advantage on a 2-drop creature. And then we have other things that also just generate counters, and we try to use that to pressure our opponents as quickly as possible. Now, Pelt Collector is a powerful 1-drop that alongside Winding Constrictor can just go turn 1 Pelt Collector, turn 2 Constrictor, attack for 3. That sequence is going to be pretty hard for some decks to deal with when they're on the draw. We have a couple copies of Snakeskin Veil, which put a counter on something and give it hexproof, so it protects it from a removal spell, but also gives it a counter, so Hardened Scales gives it a boost, Constrictor gives it a boost. The creature that we really want to protect, that I would love to see shine in this video, is Managorger Hydra. Now, full disclosure, this is a deck donation from our good friend Joey, aka Sparrow, and Managorger Hydra is one of her favorite cards ever made. It's also one of my favorite cards ever made. I actually played Managorger Hydra in a Hardened Scales deck at an invitational years back, and one of my favorite things that I did with it was convoking Gather Courage to give it +2/+2, but also a counter, and it protected it from Lightning Strike. So we go deep when it comes to Managorger Hydra, but the rest of the deck is just full of creatures and spells that do things that either kill things or protect stuff. Avatar of the Resolute can get really big. Rishkar, Peema, Renegade can put counters on up to 2 different things, and then those things can tap for mana. And then last but not least, we have Nissa Voice of Zendikar, which is a really strong card in a Hardened Scales deck because it's going to put a counter on everything. But even if you don't have a creature to put stuff on, the plus to make a plant token can be a great blocker. It can also just give you a mini army so that when you do finally want to minus on the Nissa, everything gets multiple counters. The mana base is pretty straightforward. We're playing a bunch of lands that enter the battlefield untapped. We have Aether Hub, which goes well with Attune with Aether, Blooming Marsh as a black-green dual, Overgrown Tomb and Llanowar Wastes, also black-green duals that deal you a little bit of damage. And then we have 4 forests and 1 swamp to tutor up with the Attune with Ethers. Sideboard, we're going to have some Duresses over Thoughtseize. This is a conscious choice I'm making. I could play Thoughtseize, but I think Duress is going to be basically the same card in 99% of the scenarios where you're going to be sideboarding in Duress. 2 Damping Spheres, which are great against combo. A couple Aethersphere Harvesters, which are going to go a long way against your mono-red decks. Legion Den, which is great against most of those little low-to-the-ground creature decks. 2 Skoos to help out with graveyard stuff. A 4th Snakeskin Veil, and the 3rd and 4th Fatal Push that can come in against the creature-based matchups. Now, that's Golgari Scales. Let's go ahead and get to the matches. Well, I can't believe no one said hi YouTube. Are you kidding me? How do you not say hi YouTube when I say hi YouTube, huh? Huh? Do you not like being on YouTube? You don't like being famous? Your name pops up on YouTube, okay? It pops up right here. Can't believe it. I can't believe you don't want to be on YouTube. It's too late. It's too late. This part gets cut out. It's too late. This part gets cut out. Bye, YouTube. That's right. See ya. Yeah, it's cut out now. It's cut out now. You'll leave this part in? That's fine. Okay. All right. Taylor's the editor, so that's fine. Rota! Check out my shirt! All right. Pretty good hand. So we can go turn 1 Pelt Collector. I'm going to keep. I don't know how I'm going to sequence this yet. Let's see if they mulligan and stuff, and let me think about it. Okay, so let's talk about the lines that we got, because we have a lot of decisions here. So we can go turn 1 Hardened Scales, which I don't think is correct. We go turn 1 Pelt Collector, which might be correct. Or turn 1 Attune with Aether and go get a Swamp. And then turn 2, go Pelt Collector plus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Pelt Collector, and then turn 2, I'm going to go Attune with Aether, hold up Fatal Push, right? Now, also, if they are playing a deck where I don't think Fatal Push is going to be that good, I might go Attune with Aether for a Forest and play Hardened Scales or something similar, you know? Probably Attune first. See, we can always Attune on turn 2. We don't have a 2-drop, Joey. So this is a good learning moment, right? So we can wait a turn to play the Attune with Aether because we want to get the creature down. If our opponent is playing a deck where the creature is good, we can get that attack in. Like this, for example. So now I don't think Fatal Push is going to be that good. So now we just go Hardened Scales plus Attune. And then we can do some maybe Nissa voices Zendikar next turn and hope it doesn't get countered. But because they showed me Hallowed Fountain and we drew Overgrown Tomb, we can just go ahead and get Hardened Scales down now. And I'm probably going to go get a Forest because I don't have that many black cards in my deck. Spell Pierce? Oh, geez Louise. All right, that's fine. Well, now I don't know what's happening, so I'll still go get the Swamp, I guess, just in case I draw Siphoner and I need to hold up Fatal Push. Spell Pierce is a weird one. This might be something that I'm not thinking about. Could be Spirits. Esper Stuff? Could be Esper Stuff. All right, let's go for Nissa, just to get it underneath maybe some counter magic. Could be Greasefang, I guess. Yeah, maybe. I guess this could be Tainted Indulgence into Greasefang. If I get turn 3 Greasefang, I mean, this Fatal Push didn't even stop it, so I don't even know what to do about it. They had Pierce into turn 3 Parhelion. I did say that a Queeness, but then I changed my mind. All right, they didn't play anything. All right, we're going to play Managorger Hydra. I'm going to minus the Nissa. They're going to Mending in response. I wanted to draw a land. A land would have been nice, so I could just go ahead and Snakeskin Veil to get an extra damage on the table, but this is okay. Another Hydra is probably not going to do much, but maybe it'll be good. Maybe they won't have the maybe they won't have the Greasefang yet. That's always the problem when I play the Greasefang decks, is sometimes it's easy to get Parhelion in the graveyard, but you can't draw Greasefang. Sometimes it's easy to draw Greasefang, and it's hard to put the Parhelion in the yard. With the Esper version, I think it's harder to draw the Greasefang than it is to discard the Parhelion, because they have all these new fangled thingies. Alright, so Thoughtseize on me. That's not going to be too problematic. We're basically just playing Goldfish here. My guess is they'll take Snakeskin Veil, because it can protect the Managorger Hydra, and it also is just an extra spell to play. Maybe they'll take Fatal Push. Maybe they think we can turn on Revolt. We don't really have a way to turn on the Revolt, though. So they did take the Snakeskin Veil. Interesting. So we're going to main phase the Managorger Hydra to pump our other Managorger Hydra. Oh, now we'll do this instead to give an extra counter. Get a Forest. We'll go ahead and play the Managorger. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and minus the Nissa to get max damage. And then even if they Parhelion me with the Fatal Push next turn, I think I still got them. Because we don't take lethal. Now, I guess they could kill this or bounce this or something, and then we're in a bit of trouble. They probably would have done that in response to me casting this, though, would be my guess. I don't think there was a way for me to lethal this turn. My plan seemed rather static. They're playing Opt before damage. This is going to put them to 1. I guess they were looking for a Fatal Push, but they didn't have it. Okay. Managorger Hydra, ladies and gentlemen. Managorger Hydra. All right, so we found a matchup where I wish that Duress was Thoughtseize. I'm gonna bring in the Scoozies. The fatal pushes, we just can't turn them on, so I guess we just don't want them at all, which is unfortunate. And we just try to goldfish them, and hopefully we draw Scooz. I really don't think that Duress is gonna do enough. You go, you beautiful Hydra. Yeah, you're right, Joey. Look, when it works, it works. You gotta give it the easy clap when it works, right? We played a Hydra, it got really big really fast. Easy game. All right, this hand is great. We're gonna keep. We even have the Scavenging Ooze to help. I guess we even technically have a Boseiju. Though I'm not 100% that I'm gonna hold it up. I mean, if I draw the land to hold it up, I will. Ledger Shredder. Wow, these fatal pushes not in my deck anymore seem embarrassing, right? All right, let's go Uzi. Put a counter on this guy. No need to attack. Maybe Plasma, but the whole I mean, maybe, but I think that push is good because it's an instant. And sometimes your opponent does kill your thing, or you block, and then you can turn on Revolt. We just can't aggressively turn on Revolt against Greasefang, which is our problem. Alright, so let's go Rishkar. And I'm going to put a counter on Scavenging Ooze and Rishkar itself, I think. Or maybe I put it on Pelt Collector and Ooze. I just kind of want to use the mana. Alright, we'll just maybe put it on here and use the mana. And then I can just tap this for this. Whoopsie! I forgot that their thing triggers on my stuff too, which is kind of weird. But next turn I'm going to have a bunch of mana to use. Is there a world where blue red turns as playable in Pioneer? I need to know exactly what you mean. Ledger Shredder's fire? I do think Ledger Shredder is very good. I mean, he's single-handedly holding off our attacks too, which is nice for them. I mean, like iteration plus Outrun? I mean, I think you don't need to play Outruns. Like, the deck just functions very nicely without Outrun's Epiphany. Man, this is just not what I was expecting. I'm just gonna get obliterated here, I think. Thoughtseize you? That's fine. So they're gonna connive again. We're probably gonna lose our Nissa. Was there no point in holding the Boseiju for Parhelion? Do you want me to just not play a 3-drop? I mean, I feel like I have to play my 3-drop there, right? I definitely thought about it, right? I've thought about it. I'm currently thinking about it. But I just gotta do what I gotta do. Alright, so let's tap this for green. We'll eat that with the Ooze. How's Scalesman treating you? We just started Optimus Tom. We just started. We're only in game 2. We're up a game. We won last game with Managorger Hydra, doing some serious work. I wonder if they saw the Rishkar tapping for mana to exile. I think maybe they punted a little. Maybe. Maybe not. Alright, we're gonna hold up Ooze activation or Snakeskin Veil. I guess I could have Ooze first and then this could tap for mana. And then I could maybe play the Managorger Hydra too. But they know I have the Snakeskin Veil, so however they block is up to them. We can also randomly go Snakeskin Veil, the Pelt Collector, and then tap it for mana if we need to. I don't think that'll happen, but it could. Yeah, I think I mean, I said at the beginning of the game that I hope I draw a land so I can hold the Boseiju. I didn't draw the land, so I needed to be able to. I needed to play this land so I could play my Rishkar, which opened up my mana tremendously. All right, do I eat the Grease Fang? I think I just chill. The Managorger Hydra has Trample though, which is a big game. We can give it protection too with Snakeskin Veil. We also need to be careful not to give them free connives off of this thing. If they go to kill this to turn off mana, we can target this and still have mana. If they trade for Rishkar, you lose your mana? Yeah, but they lose their Grease Fang. Are you kidding me? That's like more than fine. If they double block, then we can give it a counter. Do we go to Snakeskin Veil? I kind of want to. Guess I just wait and save it. I'm just gonna attack with everything. If they block, I'll Snakeskin Veil. I got Ooze activation as well. They have a Letter Shredder trigger though if they want it. If we lose one of these, I don't think that's that big of a deal either. If they do a trading on these, the Pelt Collectors get bigger too. I'm definitely just fine with this trade. I'm gonna pass priority, I think. If they put a creature into the graveyard, I can grow this Ooze a bit. So they kept it. Okay, so I think my shit's just gonna be dead no matter what I do, so we're not killing this. I'm hoping that this doesn't just get eaten. Maybe I shouldn't attack with Pelt Collectors. Alright, we'll say go. They're at 2. We could have gone for the Snakeskin kill, but I assume they just have removal. And I need to protect this because it has trample. It's my only way to get through this shit. So they did have another thing. That's nice. I'm just going to go ahead and yield all this shit. Hey, Digital coming to 2 months says mistakes were made. From who? Me? I think I'm doing fine. My opponent's at 2. I got a big Managorger. I got protection. Again, we could go for the kill in a lot of these spots, but I'm trying to use my Snakeskin Veil very passively. You know? Faithful Mending. Alright. They're growing it for me, chat. And they also could have just Mendinged, I guess, so that would have been a bummer. Making fun of your subbing. Ah, I see, I see. You think it's a mistake to sub to the Todd squad? You think it's a mistake? I'll show you a mistake. It's me. I'm the mistake. All right, well, here comes the Thoughtseize. They're going to go to 2. All their shit gets bigger. I'm going to go ahead and target my Hydra, I guess. Maybe I should target my Ooze, though. All right, let's start by eating the Faithful Mending. Let's see if they respond. They don't. Okay. So I will target I guess Ooze. Because I assume they're killing the Hydra. I think they're doing this. They know I have the Snakeskin Veil. I assume they're doing it to kill the Hydra. This will maybe get this make this a little bit bigger so I can block. I guess I'm technically staring down lethal here. They have one more spell. I have to block the Monastery Mentor. If they have one more spell, I'm still not dead. Oh no, this gets triggered, so I'm dead. Damn. They targeted the not blocker. I think I'm dead anyway. 369 plus 4. I'm dead. It's fine. Couldn't win no ways. The Shredder! Alright, so I guess we'll bring back in Fatal Push because they have Shredders. Snakeskins, I mean, they're just ripping my hand apart, and they don't have that much removal, so maybe these just go. I like the Scoozes. The Rishkar seem good. Able to do 3 push. I got 3 promos and a regular, so I'll just do the 3 regulars. Shredder was good, though. Do I keep this hand? I think so. Hope they don't have a removal spell for my Longtusk Cub. All right, so next turn we'll go Constrictor Hub, put a counter, maybe? Let's see, I mean, maybe. This might die. Shredder, okay. All right, so we'll put a counter, we'll attack. They might not see it. They might block. Charge high toughness seems too good against Blitz. I mean, it's fine, right? Is it okay to be a 1/3? Alright, so we got 3 energy now. Do I go ahead and make this bigger? Not yet. Not yet. We might need the color off of the Aether Hub. And they're probably going to kill this anyway, be my guess. Maybe it eliminates the card we need to play. Maybe we need to play something instead of push. I think push being 1 mana is a big deal, though. And I like it as the main deck consideration. Alright, I'm going to attack with just the Cub. I'm assuming it's dying, so I don't really want to put more investment into it. I kind of wanted to draw the land so I could play 2 things this turn. I guess I didn't have this yet, so maybe. They just took the damage. I'll play Managorger Hydra. Next turn we might be able to kill them with Nissa plus Hydra. Faithful Mending, okay. Thoughts on Bristling Hydra for the sideboard? Could be good, Ginger. Could be good. 2 Parhelion, okay. So if we get hit with the rat this turn, we might be dead. We might be dead if we get hit with a rat. I guess I should have played this before combat and then attacked and then did some pumping, right? Because now even if they go rat, get back Parhelion, I don't know if we can kill them because they can just chump block this and this can't get big enough. All right, so let's just pray no rat. Pray no rat, chat. Pray no rat. I don't think the energy requirement's too much. The Hydra fuels itself, right? It enters with 3. So it already has 1 shield on it. And we use our energy pretty aggressively, and it could be a good sidestep sideboard card. I kind of dislike one thing about Pioneer. Is that very few decks, oh, there's no rat, that's good news. Very few decks feel like like they play fair. You know, I feel like every deck kind of has this aura of playing fair, but if you just let 2 permanents sit on the table, they just get out of control, right? Right now we have Winding Constrictor, Hydra. They have to kill the Hydra, which means they have to block the Longtusk Cub or else it's going to be lethal. So now they're just in a world of hurt. This Hydra's getting real big, I agree. But they probably have a kill spell for it, right? What else could they have? It's nothing or a kill spell for Hydra. But I'm going to make this huge too. This is going to have trample. All right, Fatal Push targeting the Hydra. Nothing's gone to the graveyard yet, right? That just doesn't do anything. It just doesn't do anything. Very fun. Very good. Love it. I guess they just didn't have an answer, so they were going to die. Fun, fun. All right, this hand's pretty good. We're going to keep. Unrevealed Yorion. Okay. All right, so this is power toughness or just power? Just power. Okay, so we'll go turn 1 Pelt Collector, turn 2 Winding Constrictor. Our Heartless Act on that, that's fine. Now we can go Attune Longtusk Cub. We'll get a Forest. Absorb. Don't like that. Omen of the Sea. So this is probably the Esper deck that I was thinking about playing. There's one by Batutina. I'll show y'all the list real quick. Visual view. So there's a new Esper control deck that Batutina played. Batutina, one of the people who just always wins on Moto. Voidrend in the Esper control deck, right? Couple Absorbs, Vanishing Verse, Narset, Memory Deluge, Emperor Teferi. Oh, maybe not. I don't see any of the 2 mana enchantment draw 2, right? Maybe not. Maybe a different build. Maybe a different build. I think I'm just gonna get blown out by Wrath. I'm gonna go ahead and get stuff down. I could go Voice Tick Up. I was afraid I was gonna get censored or whatever. All right, they had it, which is means that I was somewhat right. This thing's not very big though, but a censor just counters anything. If they had Wrath, they definitely wouldn't have countered that. What's up, Ryan? Good morning to you too. Tyler the Gatherer is also someone who hangs out in our chat a bunch. We play against him like once every couple leagues. Guess they're in there jamming. They thought these are Nissa. We have just this boring Fatal Push left. We got 2 creatures jamming. They didn't put Yorn in hand, which means they probably have another counterspell, or they wanted to sack this. Man, I should have cast that Nissa when I had the chance, though, I think. I don't know if I should probably just have shocked to play around the Censor or the Jawari, and then just plus and make a token. Well, no Teferi, that's good news, but they're not putting Yorn in hand, which is kind of scary. Maybe we're going to get settled. Unclear. I think I'm going to play around Farewell and just not play another creature. If Deluge... they're probably going to find an answer to what's going on here. Deluge is pretty good. It's very Dig Through Time-esque, but doesn't require you to have a full graveyard. Was that Lishorian? Yes, the one from Batutina was. So they're similar, but not the same. Farewell, graveyards remain. Another mana source, and we have the bug where everything just keeps giving me priority back for no reason. Narsets, okay. What's brought back Scales? Nothing, Jarvis. This is a dono deck from our good friend Sparrow. Alright, they found a verdict, but no reason to verdict away just a little guy. I'm having a pretty good one. I'm gonna attack the Narset. Let's see what happens. Alright, it died. Interesting. Another deluge. Alright, we're probably dead. They have a verdict in hand. They're at 9 life. We don't have Ballista in our deck. We'll play it out. We'll play it out. At least for a few more turns. Yeah, it is a little weak in this version, Joey. I'm not really sure what to do about it. It's good to go turn 1 Pelt Collector, turn 2 Avatar, though. So, I don't know. Ashok Nightmare. I'm never going to be able to beat that card. And Heartless Act, okay. Well, we're making it hard for them to get value out of their verdicts. I could play Pelt Collector, Winding Constrictor, and that'll incentivize them to play the verdict, but I don't know. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's better than whatever I'm doing. I feel like there's no real answer, though, right? Knowing that they have the verdict just basically ends the game. Yeah, Creature Land could be good. Maybe a Hive of the Eye Tyrant or something. Tenacious Underdog is extremely overrated, though. That card is booty cheeks. Alright, we'll concede to that one. We know they have the verdict in hand, so. Alright, 4 Duress in. I'll do the Snakeskin Veil and the Oozes and the Harvesters too. Harvester seems kind of cool. And then we'll cut Fatal Push for sure. The Managorger Hydras are not good in the matchup because A, they play everything at instant speed, and B, it just walks you right into a Supreme Verdict. So what we're going to try to do is get under them and then just beat them down with these cheap things and Duress. And then just use Snakeskin to stop some of their spot removal. Although maybe this is bad. Maybe we should do this. Maybe it's just Threats Duress. Threats Duress, you know? Maybe Ooze's mediocre. Let's do this, maybe. Rishkar is similarly, like, overloading the board against Verdict. But I think that it's just not as big of a fender as the Hydra. We'll keep this hand. We'll go turn 1 Attune, turn 2 Stricter, turn 3 Rishkar, and hope that that's good enough. And call it a day if it ain't. We'll try to hold into the Boseiju, but if we need to play it as our third land, we definitely will. Dude, Underdog is not good, man. It's like way worse than like Scrap Heap Scrounger or whatever, you know? Which is like, who cares? Just, oh no, Big Sag is worse than Scrap Heap, but like, it is. It's definitely worse than Scrap Heap Scrounger. All right, so they're gonna go ahead and pitch a thing and eat my 2-drop. Unfortunate. So now maybe we Harvester, or maybe we just go ahead and Rishkar. Maybe we go ahead and Rishkar. Just get a 3/3 on the table. And if they have another removal spell, I want them to kill the Rishkar now, and so that I can play the second one. Rishkar and Harvester is a little bit of a non-bow, though. What's up, Kurt Bros? Hope you're having a good vacation, man. I'm doing okay. I'm getting my ass beat this match, though, by one of my subs. Oh, wow. And we just drew 4 lands in a row. Nice. Just 3. You get the idea. Truth Cork, why don't you just go ahead and play that deck, man? Just go ahead and do it. Feels like control decks just have so many answers. It's because they do. It's because they keep printing 1 mana removal, you know? Removal that's extremely too cheap. I don't think I can win the game here. We drew pretty badly after our opener, and our opponent is stabilized at a very high life total. Yeah, you win. It's fine. If I just go Pelt Collector Rishkar, the game is basically over anyway. It doesn't matter. This format is hostile as shit. This format is hostile as shit. All right, tapped Overgrown Tomb. Could be anything. Could even be the mirror. You never know. All right, it's not the mirror. It's just the mono green deck. Give me back my ballistas, you know? I think Veil Summer will be fine. I think the counter spells are pretty good right now, and Veil Summer is a fucked up card. I never really want that card to ever come back, but if it did come back. All right, we basically have the perfect curve. A card for 5, so I can't tutor next turn. Next turn we go Managorger Hydra plus Snakeskin. Maybe I just go Avatar. Avatar is pretty good, pretty big. 5 mana for Cavalier. Okay. We could have gone attack, play Snakeskin, play Hydra, but I wanted to get this 8/7 trample down. Next turn we go Hydra, attack, Snakeskin after they block. This dies. We lose nothing. Wasn't Rec Band way after the Nexus is pretty powerful without Nexus. I agree, but that was something that we never really got to experience as a collective group. That happened way after Pioneer kind of died off as a format. All right. So they found the Nykthos. So now we're probably dead. They gotta do something about this shit too, man. This card is just out of control powerful. Knowing them though, they'll ban Storm the Festival and leave Nykthos around. Unban Field of Dead? That's one I don't want unbanned personally. Not to say that it should be unbanned or not be unbanned or whatever, but they only have 8, so they can't Storm the Festival again. But they can crack Wolf Willow for a 2. They can minus the Karn for something. Yeah, they'll ban the card that's the payoff instead of the enabler again for the 8th time. I might still win this game. Godfair Statue. So it's cost 2 more. I'm gonna go ahead and not actually I think I'm not gonna play. I want the Snakeskin Veil to be a trick, I think. Let's see, this Godfair Statue, so this is it, right? So if I Snakeskin Veil, 2 counters on the Hydra, 3 counters on the Hydra, that's 16. They have to put like a bunch in front of it, and then we have the Hydra cost 5. I guess Hydra costing 5 means that I just chill and just use this as a combat trick to maybe kill them. We'll go attack face with everybody. They may go like block here, and then the Snakeskin Veil is just lethal. Game's ended. Okay, cool. All right, Fade to push in. Snakeskin Veil can come out. Legion Den in. Kind of want these Damping Spheres too. If I do this, what can I cut? I like the Cubs. I like the Siphoners. Avatar's not bad in this situation either. Maybe it's Cub. Maybe it's Cub. It doesn't trample. They can just block forever, right? It does get really big though. All right, we'll try it. What does Legion in hit? Elves. Elf. Elf, elf, elf. Alright, well, we have a decent opener if we draw land. Hopefully draw Overgrown Tomb, that'd be sick. When Power launched, they let everything be legal and banned as needed to allow the format to be its own thing. That's true. They started with the ban of fetch lands, though. Fetch lands were banned at the beginning. Oh, they don't have a second land? What are you doing? Next turn, the Aether Hub will give us an extra mana, though. Or extra energy for colored sources. Alright, Wolfwillow Haven, okay. Alright, we drew the Blooming Marsh. So let's go Nissa Voice, and I'm going to tick up. Next turn, we go Stricter, Damage Sphere, tick down. Attack. Maybe not yet. Maybe we have to, though. It's too many counters not to, I think. We'll attack first, because then if they block to get the thing, the Damage Sphere shuts it down, so... Sand looks great. Yeah, it got a lot better when I drew lands. I was a little afraid that I wasn't going to be able to do much of anything, but looks like we're just outclassing them on power on the board, so we'll just go Scales minus again and attack, and they have to go block, block, and they might not even be able to do anything then. Sketch, welcome back, friend. Hope you're doing well. Real talk, check out this shirt, right? Check me out. Check me out. No land mole. Keep this one. I think we put back. It feels like a sin to put back a Scales. But I like the Siphoner. Do I put back a land? Maybe I put back the land. I'm going to try putting back the land and see what happens. Nice. Drew it immediately. Love it. Next turn we'll go Hub Siphoner and get the extra juice so that we can start drawing cards with it. Todd, can you check my version of Scales? Sketch, that is something we do for a fee. It costs $5 or 50,000 channel points. It's a deck tech. If you want, I'll just look at it. But if you want some help with it, that's $5 dues. Alright, what do I want to not die? I think the Siphoner has diminishing returns. You need to get it down early and start churning. So let's go ahead and get this down. Hopefully they don't kill it. I mean, it's fine. That's just something I do, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to just, you know, do a bunch of free work on your decks for no gain for me, you know? That's just how the world works. All right, let's attack. Ganja, that's fine. We still get the energy. I'm gonna go and play Managorger Hydra, and this is gonna be so big that they might just have to kill it or else they might die. Reptar says, I downloaded Pub on my laptop the other day, by the way. Ooh, you wanna play? Wanna play, friendo? I will play another Hardened Scales. I'm gonna play a Pelt Collector. And then I'm gonna play a Siphoner. And then I'll save the Longtusk Cub to be like my last threat in case they have a Wrath effect. Now, if they do have a Wrath effect, I'm fucked, but I mean, that's always the case, right? Here's a 9-ball, corner pocket. Oh, Wandering Emperor! Isn't that a fun card? Thank you, baby. You feel any better? Love you. Goddamn Emperor, I know. Alright, so we can't draw a card, so we won't. They can't make a blocker. They made Omen of the Sea. Oh, they can't make a blocker, I guess. Okay. Alright, no draw. Because of the Narset. This bug is killing me, man. It's like the moment you do the untap thing, it just auto holds priority for you for the rest of the game. All right, Joey, I might put this on YouTube. It's been a fun league, so make sure to check it out. Or you can just go back and watch the VODs of the last 2 matches if you want to. All right, so this can't block profitably against anything. So we can attack and kill the Narset now, which I'm going to do. If we attack with just one, it doesn't get it off the table. If we attack with both, there's no block that can save it. And I do want to maybe draw a card next turn with this if I can. Obviously, if they go Farewell and hit enchantments and creatures, the game's over. So I'm just going to concede if that happens. All right, lands tap. That's good news. That means we have to try to kill them, I think. All right, no blocks. We'll draw a card now. All right, again, we have to play like they don't have Wrath because we can't beat it anyway. We definitely can't beat a Farewell. All right, so now let's attack with everybody, and then we have the Snakeskin Veil to protect. Five mana, Sharky Boy. Okay, let's see who gets blocked. All right, we'll just kill the Samurai. That's fine. I'm gonna hold the Snakeskin to protect. These Hydras are doing some work, man. They're just real big. Teferi, okay. I think they have to minus on the Gorger. Nope. All right, well, the Snakeskin might kill him. This looks like a March pitch 2, kill the Managorger. Maybe it's March pitch 1, maybe March pitch 0. All right, we'll just send everybody at the king. Wandering Emperor resolves. Minus on the Hydra. We'll Snakeskin. And this should be more than enough. Oh, GG! No Wrath. Oh, GG! 4 Duress in, 2 push out, Veil in. Do we still want the Harvesters? Maybe we go Rishkar, Hydra out. I mean, Hydra was so big, but it just gets Wrath. But maybe it's something that just stands alone and has to be Wrath. Maybe the Snakeskin Veils are bad, though, in general. I just like being a little tricky. But maybe they just don't work that well in the deck against the matchup. Because they have so many Wraths, you know? I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to find that balancing act. Did you make the list before the stream, or is the card decision process in the VOD? Stennis, it's in the VOD, but this is a dono deck from our friend Joey. So I did a little deck tech before we started. This hand's great, chat. This hand's extremely good. We got our Pelt Collector into Winding Constrictor into Managorger draw. Like, this curve is sick. They had to play Jawari on 1, so now our Hydra is likely, or our Constrictor is likely to resolve. But if it doesn't resolve, if it gets countered, then we do have the Hydra next turn. I want to save the Boseiju if I can, in case they portable hold me or something. Alright, I'm just hoping I don't get hit with a verdict on 4. They can't absorb here. We're going to play the Hydra and then 2 Attune and try to kill them. Is my plan. Narset, let's see what they find, and we'll try to play around it if we can. Absorb, alright? That's a big draw. We're going to kill Narset and hit him for 5. I don't want him to be able to dig again and look for a verdict. The absorb doesn't do a ton here against me, even if they have the land for it, because they kind of already have to interact. March main phase, smart. All right, plant. We're gonna hold the Pelt Collector, but we'll go ahead and get the Hydra down, and then just have this Punisher. Although maybe I should have went the other way. I think this means they probably have verdicts. Alright, GG. They didn't have anything. They didn't have the land. Alright, we'll be on the play here. Great hand, we'll keep. Great hand, we'll keep. Do you play Fortnite? I played a couple with my nephews. I saw they did the no build stuff. The building threw me off a little bit in Fortnite. It was just a little too cartoonish, but it's a good game. Actually, before it became super popular, I asked Callie if she wanted to play it as co-op, because the original version of Fortnite is like a build a fort and fight against zombies game. But then they made the Battle Royale mode, and that one became like the obvious choice. Battles over the shoulder, it's not capture the flag. I know what the fuck it is, okay? 48, you don't have to act like I'm an idiot, man. I've watched it a bunch, okay? I watched Shroud played a bunch. It's not my jam. I know it's not capture the flag, but it's various objectives, and it's like hip fire most of the time, okay? I know you have the abilities. I know how it works. I hate it when people assume that I'm an idiot or just brain dead, you know? Ryan, it's been a good league so far, man. Todd would be an Insta-Lock Reyna? I don't know what that is, maybe. Alright, playing against Winota again. This will be the true test, but we're probably in trouble here. Nothing I play pumps anything, so I guess I attack first. Well, when I say over the shoulder, I mean like it's hip fire only. You can't aim down sights. It's like there's a dot in the center of your screen, and that's where your bullet goes, kind of. And I just hate that kind of shooting. That's the CSGO shooting that I don't like. I know it's not third person. All right, well, I'm gonna attack with these two, I guess. I'm gonna play Siphoner so I can draw a land next turn and maybe double spell. Yeah, not everyone needs to like every game too. That's fine. All right, so here comes Winota or Chariot off of this. Chariot is beatable, but Winota's probably not. All right, well, they can whiff. We'll see if they whiff. They never do though. Okay, can't beat that one, I don't think. Too much life. Very fun. Very good and fun, chat. Classic Winota. Board out the Snakeskins. They have very few targeted things. Duress doesn't do anything. I don't really want Harvester, but it could be okay. Maybe just trim a Cub. I'm telling you, MTG Goldfish got your back. Check out MTG Goldfish. All right, we don't have 2 land or a Attune with Aether, so I think we have to mulligan this one as well. I could gamble and keep, because I can go Pelt Collector into Longtusk Cub, but if I don't draw land, I'm dead. Well, this is a pretty horrific 5. I think I gotta keep it and just throw 2 lands back and hope I draw well. This deck looks sweet. Yeah, this is a Dodo deck from our good friend Joey. We got, I guess, killed on turn 3 essentially from Winota. Not a whole lot we can do. We missed our 3rd land drop. We were on the play even. We just missed our 3rd land drop and didn't draw interaction. We have Fatal Push for the Elf now. But our Pelt Collector is looking kind of puny. Match 5 being non-games to lands is sad. I mean, that's just Magic, though. That's just one of the things that's not great about Magic. Alright, Voice of Resurgence. Not normally a big deal, but here... Ooh, good draw for me. One of the few cards that could actually get me out of this. Nissa would be a good draw, too. I don't love Managorger Pelt Collector. Maybe this deck wants Llanowar Elves. Maybe this deck wants to play 8 Elves like it used to. Turn 2 Managorger with some Elves, Nissa. We need to get Brutal Cathar. That sucks. We don't really have a good way to kill it either. Fatal Push doesn't get turned on too easily. That's probably a little too much for us to beat on the Mold of 5, unfortunately. But a good showing nonetheless. The deck played really well. I'll go ahead and pack it in. This is going to transform. They're going to play 4-drop. Game's over. All right, let's go over the deck and talk about the things I liked and didn't like. So first and foremost, we can't turn on Revolt very easily, if at all. So Fatal Push probably can't stay. Maybe it should just be, you know, no removal main deck. No removal main deck seems like it could be potentially good. The Snakeskin Veils were okay. I might go down to 2. The Avatar of the Resolutes were decent, but I don't know that they're better than just playing the 4th Longtusk Cub. The Rishkar Peema Renegade was okay. I might go down to just 1. The Managorger Hydras were pretty cool. The Nissa Voices Zendikar was pretty cool. But I think the big thing is this deck just didn't feel like it had enough early explosiveness. Like, obviously, if you go Pelt Collector into Winding Constrictor into 3-drop, the 1-2-3 draw is very powerful. It's hard for a lot of decks to beat, but it's not always something that's doable. You know, the deck just has these draws where you don't have your money cards, your Hardened Scales, your Winding Constrictors, and then your cards just kind of feel lackluster on their own. Pelt Collector is one of those cards where like you maybe need Experiment 1 on top of Pelt Collector to really get full value out of it. So then we could maybe do something like that. But Pelt Collector plus Managorger Hydra looks really, really sour. I'm not really sold on Pelt Collector Managorger Hydra as 2 cards belonging in the same deck. The mana base was fine. I never felt like I was color screwed, rarely mana screwed. Sideboard, Harvesters, whatever. Duress should probably be Thoughtseize. Damning Spheres were decent. We actually locked out a mono green opponent with it, I think. Harvester was pretty nice sometimes, but I could easily see cutting this for some other anti-creature measure. Scavenging Ooze was great. We drew it twice in the matchup against Greasefang, and it saved us, which is super nice. Legions in never came up. I'd probably cut it. I don't know. It's like an anti-creature card, but it's not that powerful. It costs 2 mana. You need your removal against elf decks to cost 1. And if they cost 2, it just isn't good enough sometimes. So anyway, that's going to do it for the Golgari Scales deck. We might try a different version at some point in the near future, but this one looks kind of cool. Thanks again to Sparrow for the deck donation. I appreciate you, girl. Love you. And that's going to be it. So thanks for watching YouTube. Have a good one. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button on your way out. I'm Tandy. I stream regularly, noon to 5, weekdays on twitch.tv/Tandy.